guys, and welcome to another episode of The Fat Hobbit. And this is challenge update number 1. So we've had our first month, we've had June. June is now long gone and out of the way. And I've spent the last few weeks painting up the Glade Guard, and I'm quite happy with how they've turned out. I've gone for very much an autumn scheme. And I've really helped with the fact that this month I've challenged myself with Grant to obviously get this unit painted. And I've gone for a unit of 15. That's what's going to be part of my my core choice is 15 Glade Guard with a banner of Eternal Flame and True Flight arrows, so that if anyone does come at me with trolls or anything with regen, I can pretty much negate that. And their awesome ballistic skill 4 means I can sit in a wood firing out with all of their ranks and hitting on 3s or more, which means that flaming unit, if they have regen, I'm going to hit with at least a couple, and at that point then all I need to do is wound. And there's other elements of my army as well that's going to combine with that, so that I will at least be guaranteed at least 1 wound, which means then once I've got rid of that regen, I can just shoot the hell out of that unit and really just hammer it down. So things like trolls that I will really struggle to get rid of because of their high toughness, multiple attacks and loads of wounds will be negated by the fact that by the time they get to me, there'll be barely any of them left alive. So with that in mind, I need to look at my next unit. Now, I'm not sure if you've seen my other videos, but I've said the fact that I want to get rid of my core choices first and then reward myself with painting some cool stuff. So with that in mind, as I said, I want to try and get another core choice into the army so that when I get to 1,000 points, I've got all the core that I need in order to be able to play 1,000 points worth of Warhammer Fantasy Battle. So my next unit that I'm going to be painting during the month of July will be a unit of Glade Riders. So I'm going to go with probably only about 5 of these guys for my 1,000 points anyway. So month of July, I'm going to be painting 5 of those guys. Now I know obviously that's not a huge amount to do during July, 5 guys mounted. But I also know that this month with my work, with where I work, it starts to get a lot busier during this time of year. So I'm going to have less time to paint, just simply because I'll be more tired, I'll be more fatigued. So I'm going to be doing that and building and painting those guys. And I've also just started to organise myself ready for the next Worcester Warhammer 2, which again is a 2,000 point tournament, and I'm hoping to have more numbers this time. I've already got people from the previous tournament who want to come to the next one, are chomping at the bit to come to the next one. And I'd really like to actually take part in it and play against some of these guys with my Wood Elf armies. So it's a bit of a pipe dream. If I get it done, I'll be amazed. But if I do, then it'll be really cool to see how they work in a tournament environment and to see whether Wood Elves are now a competitive army rather than just being a mild annoyance. So my next challenge is going to be the Glade Riders. Hopefully I'll get those painted. Next up, I've got to order my bases for them from Fantascape. So that will be my next thing, to get the bases sorted, and in the meantime start building these guys up. So keep watching, guys. I'll put pictures up as well of the Glade Guard as well for the end of this video, so that you can see how I got on and to actually see what they look like now that they've been finished. And I'll hopefully be back within the next 30 days to show you the updated painting and hopefully show you some more of the Glade Riders. So keep watching, subscribe, like, share if you want with all your friends, or join in with the challenge. If you've got some units that you want to post up or anything like that, just put it in the comments below. And also check out Grant's video, because he's also got a challenge video update as well. Other than that, this is Fat Hobbit signing out. So here is the picture of the finished Wood Elves. So as you can see, I've gone for a bit of an autumn theme, very much sort of orangey browns and light browns, making for a nice little contrast, but nothing massive. so you haven't got anything that glaringly stands out, but it fits with the Wood Elf theme with how they would be for camouflage during that time. I've also put them on some quite funky little bases, which I found from a company called Fantascape, just simply because I wanted to really play around with doing some resin bases to put them on, and I think they look really nice when they're all together as a unit. They look like they're actually in a wood, with the actual basing material that's been used on them, the bits of tufts that I've used, which are from the sort of Scenics range, and then I've also got, it's like the Army Painter tufts, the Highland tufts that I've used on those ones, and then the leaf litter as well, which I found just randomly whilst wandering into the Hereford Model Centre when I was down there last visiting my parents, and just randomly found it because they do a lot of model railway stuff there, and I happened to lie around the scenery area, found this bag, and it was perfect. It had all the sort of reds, browns and yellows, and really helps to bring the bases out. And with the scenic bases with the resin stuff as well, I've used some monster base size ones as well, so that I can make some unit fillers, make the unit look a little bit more funky, and just add something extra into the unit. And then it just helps to fit it all in, and also makes for a more cohesive unit, because when you're doing archers it's very hard to not have all the ranks from the first one to the second one to the third one not looking like they're shooting each other in the back of the head. And that's why I wanted to put the unit filler in there, to be able to raise them up a little bit or make them look like they're shooting in all different directions to cover different areas whilst they're in the woodland. So that's that unit done. I think it's looking pretty cool. On to the Glade Riders, and hopefully they'll look just as good.